Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. I'm Salty Kerr, and we are simply walking into Mordor. We are riding back, as promised, into Meluinen, where we're going to be turning in this quest and then doing our Meluinen quests. And possibly picking up some other Meluinen quests. We'll have to wait and see what happens when we turn this in. I think I turned the names off when I was riding, taking some pictures.
Megovanen.
Londrin, dear, sent you to speak with Lachlan. You have come too late then. Lachlan is dead. Oh, my goodness. He was killed when stone trolls attacked Lin Giliath sometime before the company arrived. My company arrived. Oh, that's unfortunate. Provisions
What can I do for you?
Glade. So this is the aurochs that we have butchered for him. 78, 290. Okay. Let's see what our other quests here. In Lin Giliath, caught in the wake. Going to market. Okay, so I guess we just have these two to complete here in Meluinen. I think we're going to pick up some more while we're completing these. Truth be told. Yeah, so here we go with some sickle flies. Scattered barrels. I hope my stomach rumbling is not coming through on my microphone. I'm surprised how sensitive the microphone is. I mean, it'll pick up the weirdest noises in the house. But hopefully it's not picking up my stomach rumbling. We'll have some dinner here pretty soon. The problem is when the mayhem leaves, and by mayhem I mean my family, that make a lot of noise, especially the children. I jump on to record while there's silence in the house. And typically, that's when they're going off to dinner and with friends and things like that. And play dates. So that's when I try to jump on to get my recording done. But usually, well, not usually, but often that's when, it's kind of dinner time. It's like I don't want to not record because I'll lose that valuable time. Getting some episodes done, so I can continue to load up the content. Look at these silly things. It's like I remember they catch you in this route, and it's like they don't mess around with this route either. Like the first time I saw those in the game, I thought, really? I'm not a fan of such things. I have to be honest with you. But I guess part of the whimsy of LOTRO, a worthless weapon that we will never use. One more, una mosh of the barrels. Darn it, fly guys. I keep remembering these are melee skills. Those procking. Procking is totally not the right word, as I've mentioned before. To keep adding those up. Let's see, we need... Yeah, that should be our guide. Oh, that's going to get us forward. Sicklefly. Let's see what these things look like. these go. Okay, got those. Now we just need to get the thing here. No, I could swear that I remember there's more quests in this area up here, so I wonder, because we have to go in there to get the founding stone. So I'm wondering if I should go back. If I take the supplies back, perhaps he'll give me the slaying quests of the orcs in there. So let's do that. Let us... Because we weren't given this quest of the founding stones in here. So it's not like we would have to turn those in out here. We got those in Esteldin. Can't remember what the character's name was that we got those from.
What can I do for you?
I did not think we could hope for as much as you have returned with. Alright, this is not a ring we're going to use. Finish. He did not give us a quest. Oh well. Well, we'll go in and get the founding stone there. And I know we're going to be being sent back here at some point to go in there and slay a bunch of orcs. I'm just not sure where that quest comes from. We've discovered Mirnost. So it is right up there somewhere. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, I think it's up there. There's the ring. So some orcs are going to have to get murdered. Starting with you, Umber's Tracker. He has ceased to be. Umber's Defiler, you are next. Taste my wrath. So now we're ready to talk to Esteldin. The face of this monument is marred by what appear to be large tooth marks, as if several man-like creatures decided to gnaw upon the stone. Though most of the writing has been destroyed, you discern the words Ost Ardulin. The top of the monument, at the bottom, the phrase that we might retreat from our cares and take solace in such beauty. That sounds nice. Okay. I thought there were... Oh boy, he respawned quick. I thought there were more quests in this area. I'll just run this off. It isn't worth the killing of. Like, wasn't there a troll? Weren't there like troll quests to do in here? I thought there were troll quests in here. Masters of Black Sea, just Esteldin, Gardner and Oat Barton. Esteldin is down here. We are going to be going down there at some point, but we approach that through this side of the mountain. There's a whole bunch of quests we'll be doing down there. Even though that was a fellowship quest, I think we're going to be able to do it similar to what we did over here in Nanwathrin. But I think we're done here. So I'm going to utilize one of our tokens here and port back to Esteldin. Sorry. Turn in our...
Make your request with haste.
My request with haste is that you give me something good. A which this is not. It'll give us more morale, but we'll lose resistance rating, so I'm not sure what to use. Probably not that one, actually. We got some quests here. But what is our book quest here? Our book was to go and collect all of these peoples. So we're still doing this. So we'll go over and we will hit these. We'll start on the other side of Esteldin here. Now over here we're going to be picking up from, we're going to be picking up
Stay a moment.
quests that will give us items. Let's see if I have one in my inventory. Sometimes you just pick them up as you go. Does not look like it, but they're rep items that you will hit. Our efforts are well known. Your efforts are well known amongst all here in Esteldin, Gersalian. I am hopeful you will assist me with a small task. Long ago, when I journeyed abroad, I taught Asiko, the chieftain of the Earthkin, the Western letters. Pardon me. In return, he offered to write me a book describing their leatherworking methods. I need this book to fulfill a promise I made to a man in Trestlebridge as I came north from Rivendell in the guise of a common leatherworker. I promised to make for his people armor suitable for use against the orcs. Will you go to Asiko and ask for the book? The Earthkin are camped northeast of here, just the skirt of hills northward from the eastern estrance of Esteldin. Pardon me, my goodness. Okay. Yep, we can do that. What does this guy sell? Oh, he's a healer and provision.
How may I help you?
Oh, okay, so we should probably be picking up some of this stuff. We don't need these. What's our wallet looking like these days? 26 gold. But we might as well and get, what is this? This is 17 versus, what's the next size? 14, 15. We probably won't be using salves or salves, depending on how you want to say it, very much at all. The salve, if someone in your party has an ailment, you can use a salve on them, and it takes away the ailment. These are the biggest, so a stack of those, so a stack is 50 of them. That's 850, 850, 850. So what are we looking at? We're looking at 3 gold, 400 silver. But then we'll have them forever, and we can use them. But we might not, I don't know, that might be a waste of money, actually. So we could get a stack of these for 600 as opposed to 850. The simples are strength of 20, so we need higher than simples. The graders are 150, that's 30, so we need higher than 30. These are 55. That's 500, so it's not that much of a difference. You know what? I'm going to pull the trigger, and I'm just going to get a stack of each of these, and we will have them forever. It's kind of expensive, but we'll have them forever. And I am going to put them in our buff bars. I can remember how to do this. Our quick slots. So let's put the disease one. We're going to edit that one so that we take the disease potion, which is this one, the yellow one. We put that there. Accept. Fear. Let's add it, and we'll take the purple one as for fear. Put that there. Accept. Poison one, we're going to edit. Take the poison one, put it here. And accept. And then the wound is red, so we're going to edit that one and put the red one over here. So now, when we get a wound, or any ailment, it will show up on our buff bar in one of these quick slots when we get the ailment. So if our remove poison skills on cooldown, or if we can't afford to take the time to go through the animation, remember the animation for that is this. So if we're getting killed by a bunch of stuff and we can't take the 2 seconds to do that, we can just pop the pot instead. So that's how that works. We got a crafted drum. So we do want to make sure that we do not sell those. So let's lock those. There's nothing worse, because it's when you buy them, if you sell them back, you only sell them back for 1/4 of the cost of what you purchased them for. So we want to make sure we don't sell those. But all this, the rest of this junk we can sell. I put that so that didn't sell. So let's
How may I help you?
empty out our bags here. And make sure we're not getting rid of something that we actually want. I don't think so. So we'll sell all those. So that was half a stack of those things already. Repair everything. Let's go ahead and drop these. So then our deals are here. This now we are not going to need. So we're just going to throw that away. And whoop, get that. Okay. Now we have our resistances ready to be quelled. So if we're hit with a wound or a disease, or fear or poison, we have pots at our disposal if we need to. And as you've seen, we haven't really needed to avail ourselves of those very often. So those 50 pots are going to last quite a while. And we got the highest level, so it will pretty much work on everything. Alright, so now we've got to go over and see Asiko. He's over around the bend here. And get that book from him. Ooh, these are the bad Earthkin. So we're going to end up murdering them at some point. But there's good Earthkin and bad Earthkin. We're going to get a whole bunch of Earthkin quests here. So the villages of the Earthkin. So we've found these. Again, I have been not good, and I have not gone and done our deeds like I should be doing. So, but we're not in any hurry. It's not like we're shooting through the levels.
Are full of wrath.
Are you Gondrank? No, you are not he. You must forgive me. It is difficult to know. Yes, it is difficult.
Little wanderers should not be here.
Okay, got his useless pocket item. So another request. This is my favorite guy, Eero, with his, you know, he's just rocking out by himself by the fire. Okay, collect slabs of aura meat.
You are welcome here.
You are welcome here. Yes, we've come to help. And none of this stuff is much good for us, but we'll do the quest because we're doing the quests. Mauno, what do you got
You
for
may
us?
help the Yorskin.
This is not any good. That helm is good, though. That's a good upgrade for us for our helm. So that's good. So wire kites. These are level 29 quests, so that's starting to get in our wheelhouse here.
The Yorskin have need
Earthkin
of your
weapons. These are the ones that have betrayed the Earthkins that are out there. So let's go deal with some Earthkin betrayers. Let's make sure. Yeah, we're doing fine. We're doing what we should be doing. All of the Earthkin. For many ages, the Earthkin protected the pass through Ramdwath from Angmar. But since the betrayal of Surilema tribe by first hunter Yarko and his followers, the Earthkin have themselves become trapped in the North Downs. You should defeat Rautalema, as traders call themselves. Show them that the betrayal is known, and will not be brooked. We're going to accept that. You've probably noticed that there's some quests that I'm reading and other quests that I'm not. I'm reading the ones that I think have interesting story devices. A lot of them, if they're just the collect ones, you know, I'm not really reading. Here's a warg. We need his hide. Do we have to kill these guys? Yes, we need aurochs meat. Okay. Proceeding along swimmingly. Oh, we got a quest item. Show the collar to someone in the treasure hunter's camp. The iron collar. You recall the legend of the warg king, Krithmog. The treasure hunter's camp, occupied by folk who harbor an interest in Fornos, would be a good place to bring the iron collar you discovered. Alright, so we're going to keep that. It's a level 30 quest. Should be an inventory, yes. Or inventory, if you live in certain parts of the world. Okay. He is dead. Those wargs. I think at some point we're going to be collecting harrowweed. I think that's a quest at some point. In fact, it might be active right now. There's a little hand over it, so let's check and see. Alright, so we finished that quest. We still need earthkin weapons, though. Did we pick up a quest for harrow? Oh, we did, with the wargs. Mm-hmm. Wow, they appear to be spread all over, but we can do most of them pretty close here. It's just that this stuff is spread out throughout the North Downs here. Don't go behind that tree. Not behind that tree. But it will avail him not. Goodbye. Edad. Okay, harrowweed. Alright, there's 5, and here's our last one. Remember back in the day, when the game had just released, those weeds were like spread out all over the place. And you really had to look for them. And I don't know if I mentioned this, back in the day, the map didn't function at all like it functions now. There were no rings, like this ring here, there was no rings, and there were no areas where you would complete the quest. It was just this, without any of this stuff that's flashing right now. There were the flags, and there were the campfires, and the devices, but nothing connected to any of the quests. So you had to look for everything. Which, you know, was okay when you were starting out the game, of course, the first time, because you were experiencing the world, and encouraged you to go out and look around the whole place, like we're doing. But once you didn't have to do all the quests anymore, it wasn't incumbent upon you to do the whole world. They decided to add that into the maps, which is good. For sure. I mean, there's nothing worse than wandering around. I mean, like, imagine wandering all the way around here looking for these harrowweeds. I mean, it would just take forever. And that was back in the kind of the early days of the MMO. I mean, WoW was out there. Ooh, we completed Warkslayer. Yeah, we just need 120 more. WoW was out there, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't that old. And then, you know, Neverwinter Nights was out. And then LOTRO entered the scene and changed many people's lives forever. It's been a part of my life for now 12 years. But back in the day, they were just figuring out what to do. Come on, we need one more warg. And what an MMO should look like. And be and feel like. It was built much more on exploring the world than engaging in combat. And that developed later, of course, where it became, you know, how can we introduce as much combat as possible into the game? It became a reason for combat more than an exploration of a world. Which is fine. I mean, there's nothing, you know, nothing wrong with that. If that's your jam, you know, have fun doing your jam. We have been neglecting the aurochs, though. Wasn't there an aurochs just right over here? Yes, there were several. Get our slabs of aurochs meat. Since then, of course, the MMO has evolved greatly. You know, I play quite a bit of Elder Scrolls Online, and I really like Elder Scrolls Online and the Elder Scrolls games. They're definitely a lot of fun as well, but different experiences for sure. A little more of a fast-paced game, for sure. I've thought about maybe also starting an Elder Scrolls playthrough.
What brings you to this place?
I'm turning in my quest.
If you have come to help, you are welcome.
Greetings, traveler. I must ask your aid, for my tribe cannot help me. I'm preparing the Surilema for war, but I am not prepared myself. My brother stands across from me, armed with the weapons of Angmar, his mind filled with their lies. I have not been able to speak with him since this rift grew between my people and the Rauta Lema, who serve Angmar. I do not know where my brother's heart truly lies, whether he's torn within as I am. I cannot lead my people to war while this doubt gnaws at me. Take this message to Ascari. He is somewhere within the Rauta Lema encampment at a place called Fashet Laug, well to the east of here. Perhaps he and others may yet be convinced to return to us before the end. Malno, I have your stuff.
Greetings.
I want your helmet. Finish that. And throw this helmet on. I wonder what we're looking like with our gear. Yeah, about the same. Let's wear our gear for a little bit. Wear our helm. Yeah, we'll wear our helm for a little bit, just for a change of pace, just to change things up a little bit.
The York can have need of your help.
Defeat warg hunters, defeat dire wargs. We can do that. We're good at that. So what do we get here? We did lose some. Did lose a little bit of health. What did we lose? Oh, not too much. 70, 72 or something. Elder Tavo.
What brings you to this place?
I want to turn in this quest.
Will you hear me, little one, or will you leave?
My people's pride binds us. I do not wish to raise arms against my brethren, but I have been forced to do so. I will fight them when the time comes, though it does not please me. I am also bound by honor, and that honor must be satisfied, even in the face of the first hunter's betrayal. I know only names, not faces. The name I know is Gondrank, a man who knows well the crafting of leather and tanned hides. I promised to share with him the secrets of our art in return for the letters he once taught me. I wrote a book for the man before the betrayal, but it is lost, now to the Rautalema in the east. I dare not go there. Yet will you go to the camp of the traders and find this book for me? Yes. I am just the person to do such a thing. Oh, Ragnar Hornsounder. Token
Will
of
you
worth.
stop and hear my accursed tale?
Okay, so he wants the orc skull. I will get that for you. What are you selling, by the way?
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, more of this kind of stuff. We're all full up, so we're doing good on that. So all this stuff is the wargs. This is all wargs, the purple part. But all the stuff that we need is over here. Iron collar is way over here in Fornost. Brother up here in Fornost is the iron collar. Brother's plea is over there. Purging the plains, that's the wargs. Techniques of the masters is over there, and a token of worth is... Oh, a token of worth is just right up there. So we will set our quest guide to that. I just noticed we're at about 30 minutes, so I'm going to end this episode here, and with our equipment duds on now, and we'll pick up next time with more Lord of the Rings Online as Salty Cur simply walks into Mordor.